Proposal number 2. This proposal is to increase Kahite's security by advanced camera monitoring. It does not include any gates. What's included is refurbishment of the guardhouse, and this is budgeted in the POA budgets for this year, as is shown in the previous proposal, proposal number 1. Also, we would have architectural fencing and landscaping the entrance so that the guardhouse looks very attractive with lights and shrubbery and appealing on first look. We'd increase the lighting level because we will be installing high-resolution color video cameras at both the entrance and the exits to monitor all traffic in and out of Kahite, and it would be easy to monitor this in review because of motion sensing electronic triggers that correlate the video to time that the person or persons or vehicles had gone into or out of the facility. And of course, we would extend the landscaping with trees and boulders to limit access around the guardhouse, so everyone would have to drive through the entrance and the exit and not around and out of the camera view to get into Kahite. The proposal looks something like this. You will have an attractive fence between the entrance and exit, full landscaping, lighting by the stone pillars, camera systems that are on either side of the pillars and monitoring both the entrance and the exit. There is no gate in this proposal, free access, but very good capture of who goes through the entrance and the exits and when, because of trigger monitoring. In the evening, it would look something like this. Same lights would be on. The entrance would have a much more attractive look to it. Camera systems would be in play. You only see one camera here. The final design would dictate where they would go for both entrance and exit. That's just representing a camera. And what would its benefits be? Well, we believe it would give a feeling of greater perceived security, certainly would look much more attractive, welcoming look, and it may deter mischief makers, but it certainly would identify who's going and leaving, or coming and going into the property. Greater enhanced system for identifying camera tags and vehicles and who is driving the vehicle. It's not an automatic facial recognition, but it would give you a clear picture of who is in the vehicle, making identification much easier for ourselves and or the Sheriff's Department. It would have entrance and exit surveillance. We have only entrance surveillance today. We would have motion activation so that reviewing these tapes, these digital tapes, would be much faster and quicker, cleaner identification. Again, attractive landscaping, lighting, and maintenance-free fencing improve the overall look of the whole guardhouse area. These high-resolution cameras are very sophisticated. You can educate yourself by going to the website shown in the text box in the center. These cameras can do photography in pitch blackness. They have auto zoom, pan, track, all kinds of capabilities. They can auto alert if a certain tag goes through the gate. Lots of sophistication in these cameras. Of course, the more sophistication you put in them, the more expensive they get. The cost, it will probably be less than proposal number 1, since there is no gate or mechanical operator or access system. The cost will be impacted, though, about how sophisticated we get with our cameras and computer systems and software for the system. The cost would be determined after the final design is in place, and again, after we know POA participation. We would ask with this proposal as well that the POA pick up the maintenance cost of this, so that Kahitians aren't asked for a minimal amount each year to maintain this. And we'll know the total cost once the scope is nailed down and POA participation is understood. What are our next steps? You've been introduced to two proposals. This is what we propose to do. Put these presentations on the Kahite Users Group website and on the POA's website. We will design a Kahite survey using the POA's VoteNet system, similar to voting for the board members. And the POA board will input on the extent of the survey. We believe that all the residents and property owners of Kahite should be involved in this survey, but their input is important, and we will seek that first. We'll conduct this survey to see if Kahite supports security enhancements as proposed by basically either proposal. And then we'll inform all of the results. The project will not be presented to the board unless Kahite wants to move forward with it. So what does it mean they want to move forward? Well, we'll conduct this survey. There's no specific percentage of approval beyond a majority that is required to move the project forward. Obviously, though, the more that approve, the more the board is likely to consider the project in whatever form it comes to be. The final decision to approve or not is a POA board decision regardless of the survey results, regardless of the percentages. It's POA's board's decision, as it is for any major activity here in all of Tellico Village. So in closing, please consider what has been presented. An awful lot of work has been done by the team to get accurate data and statistics to assess what the current situation is and what possible solutions there may be. We've talked to Kahite property owners and residents. We've talked to board members. We've talked to the Sheriff's Department and to other developers, visited other sites to see how these systems work or don't work, and tried to do everything we can to present an accurate assessment of the current situation and good solutions for us to think about. If you have questions, please address them to KahiteGate@gmail.com. That way we'll be able to specifically answer your question as we get through them. This presentation will be made available to the Kahite Users Group and the POA website. And in closing, let's work together. We've presented this so that you have enough information to, we think, make an accurate decision. We know that working together will make Kahite an even better place. Thank you very much for your attention, and we look forward to the survey and your response.